If you can just take a bite, everyone thinks of apple strudel or whatever. But this can also be meant figuratively in liquid form. Today's topic is cream liqueur. A very warm welcome to a new episode on IWS TV. Andrea, hello. A very warm welcome to us.
Hello, hi, greetings from Gensendorf.
I'm glad. We are sitting here in our studio in Parkstein-Kirchheim, and we've known each other for a long time, or rather, our families have. You are based in Gensendorf at Horvath Specialty Store, and you make fantastic products, ranging from vodka to comb decorative bowls. But now we're particularly interested in the centerpiece cream liqueur. Only when people think of cream liqueur, they usually think of eggnog, right?
That's correct, yes. Of course, people always associate cream liqueur initially with eggnog because it's the most well-known in the entire product line. But cream liqueur is so much more. Cream liqueur can be said to range from the classic eggnog to very, very creative varieties like a limoncello cream liqueur, a strawberry cream liqueur, a hazelnut cream liqueur. This means cream liqueur is not just egg cream liqueur, but the possibilities are endless when it comes to flavor.
How would you define a chlor cream liqueur? Now, what is a cream liqueur?
So, to clearly define a cream liqueur, very important, and this is one of the most essential things, is of course that it is really milk-based. That is the first and most important step. How you proceed from there, whether you add eggs, fruits, or whatever, is up to each individual, or it's simply a matter of taste. But the most important thing is simply to use high-quality milk and then add the other ingredients.
Topic milk. Milk, meaning whole milk, condensed milk, cream. Can everything be used? What is used?
Whole milk. So whole milk is used. Of course, you can add cream or whipped cream to make it a bit richer, but primarily whole milk is used for that.
That means if you ask Dr. Google, you will also find recipes to make it yourself with condensed milk. So actually, products that are not very high quality are made with condensed milk. High quality products are made with whole milk. Is that true?
That is correct. There is, of course, some leeway in how you can do it. Here at Horvath Specialty Store, we always wanted to take the path of highest quality at a reasonable price. And that's why it was never a question for us to use whole milk.
Topic, cream?
Cream is, of course, also occasionally a topic. It always depends on the flavor, whether you add it. But primarily whole milk is the focus.
Okay. Just stability is created by alcohol. Which alcohols do you use?
We use grain alcohol here, which we add to the products. Here we also use a high-quality distilled product for us to ensure stability and to provide a well-rounded taste experience. With the fruit, with the alcohol, with the milk, or paired together with the eggs.
What percentage of alcohol do the products have?
That always depends. They range from 15 to about 17 volume percent. It always depends on the product itself. It also clearly depends on which fruit or flavor you want to create. Accordingly, you then operate within the range of 15 to 17 volume percent of the alcohol strength.
Do you also use flavorful alcohol instead of neutral alcohol like rum or whiskey or whatever?
That is currently in planning for us. We are currently planning a rum cream liqueur where, of course, no grain alcohol is used, but really 100% of the alcohol comes from rum.
What interests me again now, we're talking about the technical aspects. For example, when flavors, whatever, from fruits are added to the cream, like limoncello or fruits. How does it work? So that it doesn't break down the base, meaning the cream, because of the acidity.
Yes, that's a big secret that we've developed. so I can't really talk about it in detail. I can only say that my father and I worked on the cream project for a very long time. Liqueur and stability, ensuring that it remains stable, of course. And that is also one of the know-hows in our company that make us stand out uniquely, where we can say we can use many fruits that are also acidic within the cream base without the cream starting to break. That is something very, very special, where we simply combine natural flavor with the milk base without it breaking, but also being longer lasting without using additives. That is also very, very important.
How long are these products shelf stable?
So for us, it's usually like this. We label our products with a 2-year shelf life. Theoretically, according to the spirit's law, we wouldn't even have to label it. We simply apply a 2-year rule for ourselves because we say to ourselves, if the product hasn't been consumed or sold within 2 years, we're doing something wrong anyway. Basically, however, if stored properly, it is stable for up to 3 years without any issues.
Last question, what message would you have for someone who wants to buy a cream liqueur, whether they have little money or a lot?
I would always say cost, cost, cost. The most important thing is to form your own opinion and then decide for yourself what tastes best to me. And I can only advise, just compare between what is offered on the market. And you will see that we are not the market leader in cream liqueurs in Austria for nothing. Market leader in the field of cream liqueurs.
Andrea, thank you very much for this conversation. It's a difficult topic. It's a small segment that we've picked from your portfolio, but in the next episode, we will taste these products. Thank you for today. I would also like to say goodbye to you. This sweet topic is very exciting, and it becomes even more exciting when it comes to tasting the products. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode of Inside World Spirit Shots when it comes to tasting cream products. Goodbye.